one. Fire! One shot.
I just had my first live fire experience ever.
Once you fire it, you want to go more and more. You want to fire and more and more. I used to move around with the small rifles, then now move around with the big guns.
Charge one, correct.
I was a little bit nervous. Like when I fight, like I feel the power. And I get like, yeah, this is what I'm here for.
I really didn't expect that much amount of recoil coming. And also the sound, so we had to use double layer protection to protect our ear. What a moment to be alive. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Raise 96 Delta.
Yeah. Can you raise 96 Delta, please? Give them a radio check. Golf Sierra 96 Delta.
Over the past few weeks, the first members of the King Gurkha Artillery, the KGA, have been learning to be gunners. They've come together from across existing Gurkha units. Many were infantrymen before, others engineers, signallers or logisticians. Some have decades of experience, but joining the KGA has meant starting learning again from scratch.
1 round's complete.
They're doing absolutely fantastic, and yes, a lot of them have been in for 20 years, but they're level 2 qualified. And they've dug in, they've gone on stag, you know, they've been the level 2 guys on the gun, and they've listened and learned from the guys that have got the qualification and that are a little bit more experienced in gunnery.
Level!
What else has impressed you about these guys?
Load!
Just their attitude in general, you know, their keenness, their willingness to learn. Like the learning part is they just ask so many questions, they want to know everything to the minute detail, because they just want to perfect and be the best they can.
So even when it's back here, bang, slap it over it, and then Tucker could slam the next on it.
It's been absolutely brilliant, to be honest. Doing anything on the gun, they come straight over. What are you doing? Yeah, just stay with me for the rest of my career. I'll be their first DC, yeah. So a proud moment.
The Gurkhas may have had a steep learning curve to become gunners.
2-6 lift up.
But the Royal Artillery are learning too.
bear down.
Some of their new troop commanders have just returned from cultural training in Nepal. In future, this is to become standard.
The name is the Survival Nepali Cultural Language Course, and I think survival really is the key term. It's all about understanding the culture and sort of enough of the language that you don't make a total fool of yourself when you're sort of talking to Gurkha soldiers. The course is basically designed to take me, someone who's born and raised in South Wales, and be like, put myself in the shoes of someone, born and raised in the foothills of Nepal. It's doing that. It's understanding their family, how that could change their G1 considerations, how that could change how they operate, how they're motivated, how they'd best work, and how that's different to the British soldiers I've been leading in the past. We'll teach them how to be gunners, and they'll teach us how to be a Gurkha unit, I think is the best way to put it.
They were very, very excited to fire the first round. They are adapting so quickly, and we are very, very proud and happy.
Go. Let's go.
One very difficult bit is, I think, lifting the gun, because as Gurkhas we are generally short and very small comparing to big guys, and they found it quite hard to lift off a gun when they are in gun positions. They will get there. I think they just need more upper body or gym work and be strong physically. They can lift a gun, I think. They will get there.
It's the first time they fired it, so we give them the cart. What's cart? So you got the projectile that will go in, and then we got the cart with the increments, the explosive increments inside, and then once it's fired, and then you just eject this out, and then that's just left without the obviously explosives in.
The exercise the Gurkhas are on here in Brecon happens 3 times a year and involves infantrymen, engineers and artillery coming together, each focusing on their own training goals. This is the first time the Gurkhas have taken part as gunners.
Correct.
They've had to dig gun pits, defend positions,
No, fire!
deal with indirect fire and counter-battery fire, expertly provided by a special effects team, drones, casualties and platoon attacks.
So the King's Gurkha Artillery now need to move both themselves and all their guns across to the other side of the training area here in Brecon, and the best way to do that is with a Chinook.
I would say that all the credits goes to that instructor, so that they teach us really well. So I'm really confident on the guns to operate and how it works.
They're just very professional soldiers, very professional, and they just want to learn, and they've got such a high standard, and it makes you raise your standards. So it's only going to benefit the RA and the wider army.
I want to make a history, creating the first KGA, and I will gather the more knowledge, and then so that I can share the followers who is coming behind. It's a pathfinders kind of, so that they can follow the paths, so where we make the routes for them. So that's why I'm really keen and volunteer to come down here as a first part of the KGA. That was a good feeling, firing up the first live round from the guns. Yeah, that was the best feeling, or the best things I'd done.
Career highlight.
Yeah, career highlight, yeah.
The new gunners now move on to their level 3 training and await their brand new recruits arriving fresh from Catterick at the end of the year. Hannah King, BFBS Forces News in Brecon. Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.